So we are in Itzehoe, and it's 7 a.m. in the morning, and we are heading to the heart of Flexo. Foresco. We're heading to the Flexo Innovation Center. This is in Itzehoe, around 50 kilometers outside of Hamburg. And this is where Flexo was born 30 years ago. It feels like my second home. I've been working with this team for the last 8 years. We know each other quite well. This is the first time we are going to unveil our Flexo Innovation Center on TV to the world.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, Holger.
Hey, good morning, Eddie.
How are you doing? Good?
Fine.
Good to see you.
Welcome on Itzehoe.
So I'm bringing a guest here from the world to
Welcome.
take
Good
us
morning.
on a tour. First of all, can you tell us more about this site?
Absolutely. I will take you on a complete tour. We will go through all the different departments,
Yep.
and I will introduce you to our process, entire process.
Yeah.
I'm working for Foresco since quite some years. Started already 30 years ago. Actually, even a little bit earlier than 30 years as a student already. I wrote my master's thesis here in this company. We start here.
Yeah.
This is our reception area. And
I love the desk, by the way.
Yes. In 2016, we introduced the CDI Crystal series.
Yep.
We have shown the CDI Crystal and the XPS Crystal as a Drupa in Düsseldorf in 2016. And this is actually the machine which has been at the booth at Drupa in 2016.
Oh God.
I love the idea of having the reception desk, using a CDI Crystal prototype to welcome all our guests over here.
Starting this year, I was trusted with a digital Flexo Solutions business unit. Again, a new, I would say, new adventure. Many things to, I would not say to improve, but it's very stimulating to take a product line into a business unit and rethink it, okay? And this is what we are doing with the Flexo leadership team, how we can take digital Flexo solutions to the next level.
So let's go this way. Here we have a complete system installed. It's the XPS Crystal, CDI Crystal 4835, so the full automated unit.
Yep.
So we can demonstrate the full workflow here. We use it for customer demos, but we also use it for benchmarks.
Yeah.
We started with the first CDI in 1995, and we have now built almost 6,000 machines. And the market is still, or our market is still growing. So we are quite proud that we managed to be #1 over those many years.
Einkauf, Materialplanung.
This is the procurement office here, very important. It's both operational buying to make sure that we get our materials delivered every day, but it's also strategic procurement, so meaning developing, finding additional sources, new suppliers, providing better quality, shorter lead times. So it's both and shared responsibility here. Basically buy most of our components from third-party suppliers. We receive the goods, and then our team is doing the assembly work, just using normal hand tools. And then at the end of the process, we start to configure the complete system, and we test the system here. So it's basically assembly work and then configuration and testing of these machines that we are building. Now we are entering the warehouse.
Yeah.
The goods are arriving here.
Yeah.
The large components are stored here. The smaller components go directly to the shop floor.
Yes.
The day in Itzehoe starts with our daily and visual management process. So every morning, without any exception, there's a small cross-functional team coming together from production, from procurement, from logistics, from quality, from R&D, And this team is visiting all the different assembly stations and assembly areas that we have on our shop floor. So now we are in the assembly area. How does it work? When we start a new production, our assembly technicians, they have a shopping list, a picking list, and they start to shop their parts that they need to start the next assembly, and then they start it. And it's organized a little bit like you see at a car manufacturer, where the cars are moving down the line on a belt. Well, we don't have a belt, but also in our world, after what we call takt time, after a predefined period of time, machines are moved down the line. So it starts in the position 1, then after the first takt, it's moved to the next position and the next position. And at the end of the small assembly line here, we do the final testing and configuration of the machine, and then when everything is done and the test has been passed, the machine is moved to packaging. I think we still expect a couple of shipments today and tomorrow.
Okay.
So hopefully the warehouse will be empty at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, but each CDI is shipped in a wooden crate. Inside it's vacuum packed, vacuum sealed, because majority of the shipments go by ocean. Every machine is shipping directly from here to our end customers all over the world. It's Latin America, North America, Canada, Asia, Australia, and sometimes even Fiji.
Almost every country has a flexo plate making.
But if we ship a machine to Fiji, engineer will fight to go there.
I understand. I understand that.
Are you the lucky one to go to Fiji?
Oh no, I was not, but we have a CDI in Martinique. We have, I think, 3 CDIs on Mauritius. If you're ever interested in becoming service technician, I can give you a few names of, we have quite a few in New Zealand and Australia, and indeed Fiji we do have one. That I was involved in the sale of the device. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to install them anymore. I'm not a certified technician anymore, so this, I did enjoy being a service technician, but what was quite stressful is you would be sent out from one day to another to, let's say, Germany to Ecuador in a fairly short notice. So it is difficult to combine with family and, let's say, social life, but it's a good job. It's tough on people. They fly a lot, they're a lot traveling and so on. But it's rewarding. Customers are happy to see you because you come to help them. So it's a very rewarding and extremely important job in ESCO. We don't shed the light enough on our service teams. They are highly capable, fix fires, and really, yeah, my heart is always with them because I was one of them.
So each machine, each crate is installed with, let's say, call it sensors. One is measuring whether the crate has been tilted.
Okay.
And if it has been tilted, you can see it will be indicated here by this, I call it sensor.
Okay.
And the second one is a shock watch.
Okay.
So if it, let's say, it drops from the forklift very hardly, then this will be indicated by the shock watch indicator.
Okay. So it becomes red? Or?
It becomes red, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And you cannot recover it. It will stay red.
I once got a picture, I think it was somewhere in India. So we had delivered a small CDI, and it has been mounted upside down on the top of a car and secured with some belts in order to move it to the customer in a very remote location. And afterwards that, at the customer, they just turned it around and installed it, and it still worked. Of course, we have the manufacturing of all these machines, but we also have the R&D team that is developing or doing all the developments. Well, I would like to take you in the optical laboratory, but that is top secret, so we cannot do it. But that's where all the magic with the quartz developments are happening.
Optic lab, okay.
Yes,
so,
but yeah, that's definitely not something for the public.
A lot of things happening in there.
Yes, all right. Our Obeya room.
What does Obeya mean?
Obeya room means large room. It comes from Japanese.
Yes.
And the concept is, you will see here a little bit, this unit is a prototype.
Yeah.
Or let's say it's a regular CDI crystal, but with some new things that we are testing.
Yeah.
And those prototypes are always located in these rooms. There are two rooms, one here and one over there.
Yeah.
And you see that the R&D engineers are sitting around the room.
Okay.
So whenever they go in and out, they need to pass the prototype.
We started, just to give you a simple example, when the first machine was a single beam, one laser beam. Today we have 50, 60 laser beams doing the process in parallel. So innovation has been the motor for being number one and for delivering the growth all the years. So it's not that it's somehow becoming boring or just routine, because there's always something new coming, and our R&D team is quite active and innovative.
Eddie, this is our application laboratory. That's where all the work happens with XPS plate certification.
How many plates have we certified?
So far we have over 200, nearly 250 certified plates. So basically all the plates worldwide, nearly all of the plates are certified for XPS. And when the plate suppliers are bringing new plates to the market, the good thing is we are typically...
They come by here. They pass every single plate.
Everything passes here, and we get these plates before they're released. That's something that's really happened more and more now. We are moving basically from the idea to securing a print quality for our customers. So we are covering the whole chain, what is needed from idea to print quality and print consistency. And I think that is a little bit the move we are in.
At the end, this is what matters.
At the end, that is what matters.
What is the Flexo world? I think the first thing that comes to my mind is like a family. Because wherever you go, shows, associations, meetings, events, you see same people who have been meeting, over the last 20 or 30 years, and they are like family. They know each other. They have been working, competing against each other, or working together in the last 20 or 30 years. I am, a newcomer. I'm in the packaging industry only 8 years, but I feel it is a very exciting environment. I feel they are trying to continuously innovate.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Where your heart is the sun, and it shines, says it opens.
Yeah, your heart is a sun.
Welcome to Wisconsin, Eddie.
As
Thanks, Katie. You know that I've been here before, right?
Is the sun,
I'm filming this.
and it shines, says it opens.
Yeah, your bones are the earth, and they sing